Plymouth, a vote to tear down Four Seasons Mall. One council member said he's been looking forward to this day since the city bought the property last year. The Plymouth City Council unanimously approved seeking bids for demolition work, which the city plans to do this winter. One reason for the urgency, the city has seen an increase in illegal activity on the property, including break-ins and graffiti. The cost to do the demolition is about $1.5 million, which will come out of the city's transit fund reserves. The city hopes to eventually recoup those costs through the sale of the property. The city is also working with St. Paul-based Wellington Management to redevelop the Four Seasons site. Wellington has proposed a 412-unit apartment project. The company says rising construction costs have slowed the process, with costs increasing about $18 million since it first applied for the project less than a year ago. A developer has plans to turn the old Sears building in Brooklyn Center into a business park. The Sears building closed in 2018 and was the last remaining store from the former Brookdale Mall. City staff say they have to check on the building daily because of numerous break-ins and people dumping trash there. A proposal from Scannell Properties would turn the building into two properties for light industrial and office use. The developer says if everything is approved, construction could begin by the end of the year. However, the Brooklyn Center City Council tabled making the decision until its next meeting. Governor Tim Walz signed a large agriculture bill in June, and Representative Ginny Klevorn had a smaller bill included in it. We sat down and spoke with Representative Klevorn about the agriculture bill and other topics in today's Newsmakers. You guys had some success with the agriculture bill. How does that impact people right here in the northwest suburbs?
So agriculture is so important. People think of it as a greater Minnesota issue, but in fact it is also a suburban issue. We have many large agricultural entities, just very near to us is Cargill, and in Plymouth there's a Cargill facility. And Land O'Lakes and the University of Minnesota. Those employees, those researchers live in our community, and it is really an important, viable part of our Minnesota economy.
All right. Something that I know you hear a lot about is infrastructure projects in our area. Let's start with talking about the BRT route. How's that going?
Oh, I'm really excited about it. And post-session, we had a large gathering of individuals involved, whether it was MnDOT, the county, the cities that are all impacted by this progressive movement forward in transit for our community, came together after session and talked about plans, phasing, design. What does that look like? What are the needs? How do we integrate these systems so that we are maximizing the state taxpayers' dollar? And
putting that down Highway 55, do you think that will help the area as far as attracting it to new businesses and that sort of thing?
Well, Plymouth is an interesting community because during the day, our population actually swells. We have a great need for workers to come into our community and to fill the jobs along that 55 corridor. So yes, it helps us bring consumers into our community, but more importantly, it helps us bring workers who help our businesses be successful into our community as well.
All right, another project that we're keeping an eye on is County Road 47. How's that going?
Well, we know that phase 1 has begun, and it was in the bonding bill that was left on the table. I'm hopeful that we are still able to go back into a special session and pass that bonding bill. But it is a really critical piece of infrastructure for our community. Just this week, I received constituent concerns about the safety on County Road 47. The sight lines need to be corrected. Lots of children, people walking along that roadway. It's really important for that project to go forward.
And just to remind folks at home, that's really a farm road that the city has just grown up, and there needs to be more cars on that road.
That's exactly right. It was designed for getting goods to market. It's a farm to market road, that's all it is. And now it is a major thoroughfare through our community.
All right, and we know you were out at the ribbon cutting for the Plymouth Community Center. That's pretty exciting.
Really exciting to see what the city has done there. And it is a regional asset, and I keep trying to emphasize the fact that people come to our community and use that facility from all over, whether it's business, families, sports teams. It's just a wonderful asset, and the city has done a tremendous job paying attention to every detail there.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Representative Ginny Klevorn from Plymouth. Thank you for being here today.
Shannon, it's always great to be with you. Thank you.
Some local projects are one step closer to receiving federal funding. The U.S. House passed an appropriations bill on Friday approving $18 million for 9 community projects in Minnesota's 3rd District. One of those projects is an upgrade to the Zachary water treatment plant that is in eastern Plymouth. In the bill, the House approved $2 million toward the $3.5 million overhaul that will help make this facility more efficient.
We're planning to upgrade and retrofit the existing plant to be able to provide higher quality water to our residents, but also to reduce the amount of water that we use in the plant. So kind of conservation effort at our water treatment plant.
If the funding goes through, work will begin in April of 2023. So what do you get when you mix the rising popularity of pickleball with the growth of craft beer? In Maple Grove, you get a new business. A proposal is before the Maple Grove Planning Commission for a business called Pints and Paddle. It calls for a 33,000 square foot facility to be built right next to Crunch Fitness in the Grove Shopping Center. The business would have 10 indoor pickleball courts. It would also include a self-serve tap room and restaurant with indoor and outdoor seating. Pickleball, which is like a mixture of badminton, ping pong, and tennis, is America's fastest growing sport. That's according to fitness industry statistics. And we'll go to break with some video from when the storms rolled through our area earlier this week. These shots of the clouds were taken near the Coon Rapids Dam in Brooklyn Park just this past week. We'll be right back.